Right. So in this lecture, we will learn how we can use pivoting and unpivoting in Power BI. So let me first tell you this pivoting and unpivoting is pretty much similar with Excel. In Excel, if you know that there is an option called pivot tables, and Power BI works in a similar fashion to deal with this kind of problems. So let me quickly go to the query editor. So I will go to the query editor and I will click on new source and I will connect a new data, that is unpivot table. If I just connect to this data and I will select OK, so we will see how this pivot and unpivot works on this data. So you see the column names are pretty much not in a good shape, so we will just fix it. So what we will do, I think you remember it, use first row as headers. Now you see this is 1994, which is the year basically. So 1994, in 1994 we had a unit sale of this amount and a total revenue of this amount. In 1995, in 1996, so on and so forth. Now what is the problem with this data? The problem is we want this years to be in a rows, not in a column names, right? So to do that, all we need to do, we will select all the columns that we need to put in rows. So we will select all the columns. So what you can do, you can choose the first column and you can click on shift and you can click on the last column. So all the columns that you want will be selected, and then you go to transform and you go to unpivot columns. Now if you click on unpivot columns, you see now all the years are in rows, and this values that we had for unit sales and for total revenue, we have it here. So now you can see for 1994 the unit sale was this, and for 1994 the total revenue was this. Now we need to just put some change some names on it. We will make it here, and in here we will make it, let's say, values, something like that. So now our data is ready. So this is how we can use pivot and unpivot to transform this kind of data. That's it for this video. See you in the next lecture.